Protect your plans in silence. 6 Stoic lessons to organize your life. If you want to learn these 6 lessons, click the link in the description or share it with someone you think needs to hear this. Thank you. Lesson 1. Work on your goals in silence. Imagine you're building a house. Before the first wall is finished, you invite several people to visit the site. Each person observes, criticizes, gives their opinion, and tells you what they would do differently. Suddenly, the project that was yours starts to be shaped by other people's vision. That's exactly what happens when you talk too much about your goals before you start making them happen. In Stoicism, there is an essential principle: virtue is found in action, not in display. Your energy should be directed toward building, not toward convincing others that you are going to build. When you announce a goal, you might experience a momentary sense of satisfaction, almost as if you had already achieved something. You receive praise, attention, and encouragement. For a few moments, you feel accomplished. The problem is that this recognition can come before the work. It's like posting a photo at the gym and leaving without actually working out. The appearance of action replaces action itself. When the applause comes before the result, motivation can disappear. Working in silence doesn't mean living in isolation, hiding everything, or being suspicious of everyone. It means protecting the most fragile stage of your plan. A new goal is like a seed. Before it can grow, it needs to remain underground, protected from the wind, the cold, and heavy rain. If you take it out of the ground too soon to show others that you've already planted it, you risk preventing its growth. The same thing happens with projects. In the beginning, there are still doubts. Discipline is not yet established, and the first results have not yet appeared. It is precisely at this stage that a criticism, a negative opinion, or a discouraging remark can make you give up. Think about high-performance athletes. Many avoid talking excessively about their goals while they are still preparing. They train, correct mistakes, and develop skills away from the cameras. When they arrive at the competition, they don't need to explain what they've done. Their performance says it all. Silence is also an exercise in self-control. Ask yourself, do I want to share this goal because I need to be admired, or do I want to achieve it because it is truly important to me? A Stoic would choose to act. Over the next few weeks, choose a goal and commit to not talking about it constantly. You don't need to announce it on social media, to your friends, or to everyone you meet. Work on it step by step. When the right moment comes, let your achievement speak for you. There is enormous power in keeping to yourself what is still being born. Noise sparks curiosity. Silence builds results. Go ahead and drop a comment down below saying, "My silence is my strategy." Starting from this very moment right now, focus on building your foundation first, and then show your results later. Lesson 2. Avoid sharing before you finish. Have you noticed that some people seem more interested in your plans than in your results? All it takes is for you to say you're starting a new project, and immediately dozens of opinions appear. Some are well-intentioned. Others are marked by fear, disbelief, comparison, or even envy. Without realizing it, you start changing your decisions to respond to those opinions. Stoicism teaches us to focus our attention on what is within our control and to accept what we cannot control. Your thoughts, decisions, and actions depend on you. Other people's opinions do not. When you share a goal before achieving it, you give away part of your energy to outside judgment. You open the door to doubts, criticism, and comparisons that may add nothing to the project. There is also a kind of premature reward. By talking about what you intend to do, you might feel like you've already taken an important step. It's like announcing that you're going to run a marathon and feeling victorious just because you received praise for the decision. However, you still haven't run a single kilometer. Sharing too early also fragments your attention. Each person gives a different opinion. One tells you to go one way. Another advises you to do exactly the opposite. You start changing the plan before even testing it. It's like trying to build a bridge, changing materials every time someone offers a new suggestion. In the end, nothing is solid enough. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling a vast empire and listening to countless advisors, often reminded himself that the opinions of others should not steal his peace. Clarity is born from reflection and experience, not from public approval. We also need to recognize an uncomfortable truth. Not everyone truly wants us to succeed. Some people may feel threatened, insecure, or inferior when they see us making progress. They don't always do this consciously. A phrase like, "That's too hard," "You don't have the experience," or "I don't think that's going to work," may seem harmless. However, when repeated, it can plant doubts in our minds. Many people project their own limitations onto others. What they don't believe is possible for themselves starts to seem impossible for everyone. That's why you should create an incubation period for your goals. During this period, work on them without constantly sharing them. Wait until you've taken concrete steps, built a structure, and developed enough confidence to withstand outside opinions. Set small goals and acknowledge each step forward, even if no one else knows what happened. This strengthens self-confidence and reduces the need for validation. Record your progress in a notebook, a document, or a planner, instead of immediately posting it on social media. A notebook can be more useful than 1,000 likes when what you need is focus. When it becomes necessary to share, choose your audience carefully. Talk only to those who understand the subject, respect your goals, and can contribute constructively. Even so, share only what is necessary. A sculptor doesn't show the raw stone to everyone who passes by the studio. They work for days, weeks, or months, removing the excess and perfecting every detail. Only then do they present the work. Let your plans be like this, discreet during the process and unforgettable in the result. When you stop working for applause, you start working for purpose. Discipline becomes stronger because it no longer depends on external motivation. Move forward with determination, but without the anxiety of constantly showing your progress. In silence, you build. When you finish, you inspire. Preserve the inner fuel that will take you to the finish line. Those who spend all their energy talking about what they're going to do may run out of strength to actually do what they talked about. Lesson 3. Create a clear plan and put it in writing. Most people don't fail due to lack of ability. They fail due to lack of direction. It's like a ship leaving port without a map. It may sail for a long time, but it will depend on luck to reach its destination. Living without a plan is allowing chance to constantly decide for us. Marcus Aurelius wrote reflections, principles, and responsibilities in his personal records. Despite the demands of the Roman Empire, he sought to maintain an inner sense of direction. He didn't let the outside noise completely determine how he would live his day. Having a written plan is not just a way to stay organized, it's about taking leadership over your own life. It's saying, I know where I am and I know where I want to go. When a goal exists only in your mind, it is fragile. It can be forgotten, changed on a whim, or confused with dozens of other ideas. When you put it in writing, it takes shape, becomes more concrete, and serves as a commitment to yourself. A clear plan should answer 3 questions. What do I want to achieve? Why do I want to achieve this? How am I going to get there? The first question defines the direction. The second gives you a reason to keep going during tough times. The third turns intention into a roadmap. Without these answers, you don't really have a plan. You only have a wish. and wishes alone rarely build anything. Imagine you want to start a business. Don't just write, "I want to open a company." Define the type of business, the target audience, the necessary investment, the timeline, and the first steps. The more specific you are, the easier it is to take action. The plan also needs to be adaptable. Life is not a completely straight road. There are curves, interruptions, changes, and unexpected events. The destination may remain the same, but the route might have to change. That's why you should review your plan regularly. It can be once a month or once a quarter, depending on the goal. Reviewing allows you to stay committed to the outcome without getting stuck on a method that no longer works. A good plan should also be simple. Some people create such complex strategies that they spend more time organizing the work than actually working. Clarity is born from simplicity. In most cases, a good plan can fit on a single page. You don't need 50 daily tasks. You need a few important actions carried out with consistency and quality. Imagine a river. When water spreads out without direction, it loses strength. When there is a defined riverbed, the current gains intensity and can move structures, produce energy, and transform the landscape. The plan is that riverbed. It directs your attention and your energy toward a concrete result. Many people avoid writing down their goals because they're afraid of committing themselves. As long as the dream exists only in your mind, it seems perfect and comfortable. On paper, it becomes real, and with reality comes responsibility. But it is precisely that commitment that distinguishes those who talk from those who act. Take a notebook, a sheet of paper, or a document on your computer and write down your goal, the reason why it is important, the first steps, and the expected deadline. Then review this plan regularly. A goal without a plan is just a good idea, and good ideas without action do not change lives. Write in the comments, "Today I focus on my priorities." Lesson 4. Set priorities and eliminate excess. Life offers us so many possibilities that, if we're not careful, we end up saying yes to everything. We accept projects, commitments, invitations, tasks, and responsibilities. In the end, we do many things, but few are truly well done. It's like standing in front of a table full of food and trying to take all the dishes at once. You end up not savoring any of them. When you say yes to everything, you're saying no to what really matters. Seneca reminded us that it's not necessarily because we have little time, but because we waste a large part of it. The problem is rarely a lack of hours, it's a lack of priorities. Many people are constantly busy, but they don't build anything meaningful. They confuse movement with progress and busyness with productivity. Imagine a ship loaded far beyond its capacity. Even with a powerful engine, it will move slowly, become unstable, and may sink. That's what happens when we try to carry every possible task, idea, and commitment. We think we're making progress, but we're just carrying unnecessary weight. The modern world makes this situation even more difficult. Notifications, messages, social media, and urgent requests are constantly competing for our attention. Many of these urgencies seem important, but they don't bring us any closer to meaningful goals. One of the greatest prisons is living as a slave to other people's urgencies with no time to build your own path. To change this, start by putting everything down on paper. Write down all the projects, obligations, ideas, and commitments that occupy your mind. Then ask yourself this question: if you could only choose 3 things to work on this month, what would they be? This question forces you to distinguish the essential from the accessory. Everything that is not among your priorities should be eliminated, delegated, or postponed. Then protect your time. Set aside specific periods to work on the most important tasks and treat these periods as serious commitments. Review your priorities weekly. What is important today may cease to be so after some time. Life changes, and our focus needs to keep up with those changes. Imagine your attention as the beam of a flashlight. When the beam is too wide, it illuminates a large area but weakly. When it is focused on a single point, it becomes more intense and cuts through the darkness more effectively. Focus works the same way. It becomes powerful when it is directed. Even while ruling an empire, Marcus Aurelius had to choose what deserved his immediate attention. If he tried to solve all of Rome's problems at once, he would be overwhelmed by chaos. Discipline allowed him to distinguish the essential from the secondary. Eliminating the excess also takes courage. Sometimes it means abandoning a project you've already invested time in because you realize it no longer serves your purpose. It can also mean turning down interesting opportunities to protect what is truly transformative. Saying no is not selfishness. Often, it is a form of respect for yourself, your time, and your energy. The risk of not choosing your priorities is that a few years from now, you might wake up with the feeling that you worked a lot but built very little. You ran around putting out fires, but never had time to light your own flame. You can do many things throughout your life, but you can't do everything at the same time. Consciously choose which seeds you are going to water. That choice will determine your results and also your peace. Lesson 5. Create routines to maintain order. Life easily slips into silent chaos when there is no routine. The days become disorganized, tasks pile up, and we end up running after time. Stoicism teaches us that there is no true freedom without discipline. It may seem contradictory, but discipline frees us from the tyranny of improvisation. Marcus Aurelius maintained regular practices of reflection and writing. He didn't do this because he had spare time. He did it because he needed to protect his mental clarity amid countless responsibilities. Routine is not necessarily a prison. It can be a form of protection. Think of a house. The walls don't exist to limit life, but to support and protect those inside. Routine works like an invisible structure that prevents the chaos outside from completely taking over your days. Without routine, we merely react to problems. With the right structure, we start to act before problems arise. Many people associate routine with monotony. However, a well-constructed routine creates space for what truly matters. When you organize essential tasks, you can make better use of your free time, rest with less guilt, and live with less anxiety. A balanced routine should strengthen the body, the mind, and for those who value it, the spirit. You should start the day knowing which actions are essential. Those that, if completed, allow you to end the day with the feeling that you made progress. They can include physical exercise, reading, studying, working on a project, meditation, reviewing goals, or getting adequate rest. The routine should be adjusted to your reality. There's no point in copying the schedule of an entrepreneur, an athlete, or a well-known personality if that schedule doesn't fit your life. The best routine is not the most impressive one. It's the one you can maintain for a long time. Start small. Don't try to change all your habits in one day. Choose 2 or 3 essential actions and integrate them into your routine. When they become natural, add others. A simple strategy is to associate a new habit with something you already do. For example, you can decide to meditate for a few minutes after breakfast. The old habit becomes the cue to start the new one. The routine should also include reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I do well? Where did I waste time? What can I improve tomorrow? This review creates a process of constant learning. Routine also reduces the burden on your willpower. When an action is integrated into your day, you don't need to constantly argue with yourself about whether you're going to do it. You simply do it. It's like brushing your teeth. It's not a complicated decision you make every morning. It's a habit. The more important actions you turn into habits, the more mental energy you'll have for truly difficult decisions. However, avoid perfectionism. Having a routine doesn't mean following every schedule with absolute precision and never failing. It means having a steady direction even when the day doesn't go as planned. If you miss a habit one day, pick it up again the next day. One mistake doesn't destroy a routine. Continuous abandonment does. Think of a tree. The roots remain firm, but the seasons change. The leaves fall, the rain comes, the wind shifts, and the temperature varies. The tree adapts to the circumstances without stopping its growth. Your discipline should work the same way. Firm in principles, but flexible in the face of reality. Now choose 3 actions that will form the core of your daily routine. It could be waking up at a certain time, studying for 30 minutes, exercising, writing down your goals, or meditating. Protect this time as you would protect an appointment with someone important, because that's exactly what it is, a commitment to yourself. Creating a routine is building a life that doesn't constantly depend on mood, motivation, or chance. It's establishing a foundation solid enough to withstand the chaos of the world. It's moving in the right direction, one day at a time. Lesson 6. Review and adjust without announcing everything. Your goals need to be reviewed and adjusted. The world changes, your life changes, and you yourself change. What worked 6 months ago may not work today. However, not all of these changes need to be announced. I'm not saying you should disappear, live in isolation, or stop talking to people. The goal is not to become a hermit. The point is to understand that not every move in your life needs to be observed or explained. The secret is to act first and talk later. Sometimes it's not even necessary to talk at all. Many people feel the need to justify every decision. They start a project, change a strategy, and immediately feel they need to explain everything to friends, colleagues, or followers. Besides wasting energy, this attitude opens the door to unnecessary opinions. And there's another reality. Some people won't be happy with your progress. They may offer criticism, doubts, or pessimistic comments that end up settling in your mind. Not because they have absolute power over you, but because we are human and can be influenced by what we hear repeatedly. Stoicism advises us to live according to reason and our own values, not according to external expectations. Other people's opinions about your adjustments are beyond your control. Silent review keeps your energy focused on action instead of wasting it on justifications and defenses. The results will show whether the change worked. You don't need to convince everyone that you're right. Set specific times to review your goals. It could be once a month or every 3 months. During that review, analyze. A chess player doesn't reveal all their moves in advance. They observe the board, analyze, and move the piece. If you decide to speak, wait until the result is solid enough. During the testing phase, everything is more fragile. A negative comment can make you abandon a good idea before it has time to produce results. It's also important to understand that not everyone deserves access to the behind the scenes of your life. Some carry frustration, competition, or envy disguised as interest. Others may simply not understand what you're trying to do. You don't need to turn this into paranoia. You just need to develop discernment. Protect your adjustments as you would protect a young plant. Later, you can show the garden. In the beginning, the roots need to grow in safety. Strategic silence gives you freedom. Freedom to change your mind without having to justify yourself. Freedom to make mistakes and correct them. Freedom to go at your own pace without the pressure of constantly being watched. Review, adjust, and execute. Speak only when necessary. The world doesn't need to know your every step. Sometimes, silence is the protection that allows results to arrive at their destination intact. Throughout this video, you saw that working in silence, avoiding speaking prematurely, creating a plan, setting priorities, building routines, and discreetly reviewing your direction are not just productivity techniques. They are life choices. They are disciplines capable of turning chaos into direction, anxiety into clarity, and noise into results. Dreams are like seeds. At first, they are fragile, but they can grow into enormous trees. For that, they need protection from the wind, the storms, and even from hands that, consciously or unconsciously, might pull them out too soon. Silence is not the absence of action, it is the concentration of energy. If this message made sense to you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments what you most need to start building in silence.